So somebody had called Al-Albani for, he wants to trap Al-Albani into saying something because they hate the scholars who call to the Sunnah. And Al-Albani was at that time unbelievable man. He spread knowledge of the Sunnah all over, just like his fellow brothers, Ibn Baz, Ibn Uthaymeen. He wrote about the analysis of statements of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Muhammad, the Messenger of Allah. Hundreds of books he wrote. Anyway, so they wanted to trap him to say something so they can slander him, so people don't learn with him. Now, Al-Albani was asked a question about a specific situation. Somebody says to him, and by the way, Al-Albani, of course, from the name, he's from Albania, and his background is that he was born in Albania. They lived in Albania for 16 years, as much as I know. His father was a teacher also of the Hanafi school of thought in Albania. So when the communists took over Albania, many Muslims left Albania, including the father and family of Al-Albani. He was 16, 14, 15. I don't remember exactly. And they moved to Syria. So they made hijrah, they immigrated from the land where the communists took over for fear of their religion, for fear for their religion. See? So that's the background Al-Albani came from. So he asks Al-Albani, in Palestine, and he was talking about his area, or he was talking about the area controlled by the Jews before 48, it doesn't matter. So the name Palestine came. The Jews are preventing us from learning the religion, practicing the religion, preventing our women from wearing the hijab. What should we do? He said, if this is the situation, then do hijrah, immigrate, to safeguard your religion. That's, you see, a specific question, and he gave the specific answer, which is accurate, 100%. He's not saying to all the Palestinians leave permanently. He said, if there is an area where you live and people are oppressing you, you can't practice the religion, then immigrate to an area where you can practice the religion. So he said, if this is what you're saying, and he was a liar, but Al-Albani didn't know. So he told him, then make hijrah from Palestine. If this is the situation, he said, leave Palestine. And Al-Albani said, well, which is more honorable to Muslims, Palestine or Mecca? He said, Mecca. When Prophet Muhammad left Mecca, and immigrated to Medina because he was being oppressed, him and his companions in Mecca. They couldn't practice the religion, many of them, and it was a horrible persecution. So they left. So he told them, which is more honorable, Mecca or Jerusalem, Al-Quds? I say Jerusalem so people can understand. The name is Al-Quds. He said, again, asked him, live in Palestine. He said, listen, if this is the situation as you asked, then immigration is legislated, so you can come back with the armies that will conquer Palestine and take it from the Jews. حتى ترجع مع الجيوش الفاتحة الإسلامية الفاتحة. This is not the exact words, but this is what he said. So leave until you come back with the Muslim armies that will take back Palestine from the Jews. Zalzi, he didn't say all Palestinians should be removed from Palestine. No, he didn't. Including most of the terrorists. At that time, the description terrorist wasn't that famous. Most of them. To be permanently removed, from the West Bank? What are you talking about? No, he didn't. He didn't. That man lied to him. He gave an answer. And this concept of hijrah is from the Quran. It's found in the Sunnah of the Prophet, but it's according to the situation. Now, you have millions of Palestinians in Palestine. Millions. Right now, more than 2 million in Gaza, more than 3 million in the West Bank. So that's a total of more than 5 million. I'm sorry, I'm not feeling well. So that's more than 5 million. Where do you want them to go? I mean, if you're saying Al-Albani told you to leave here and leave it to the Jews, which he didn't say leave it to the Jews. He said, if this is the case, you come back with the army. Where do you want them to go? I guarantee you, if Israel, the state of Israel, maybe half of the Jews are not even Israelites, but the state of Israel, if they want a total war in the area, then they should try to expel the Palestinians from Gaza to Egypt, from the West Bank to Syria, Lebanon, and Jordan. And those countries will fight. And I'm not joking. They're not going to take 5 million Palestinians. They're not going to take 5 million Palestinians. Like some of those areas of Jordan, we have enough Palestinians here. We're not taking anymore. They don't have the they don't have the ability to take more anyway, and they won't. You want to push them to Sinai? Egypt will say, "Hey, we have 100 million people here, 2 million Palestinians. You know, thank you." It's not going to happen. So even if Al-Albani said, "All of you leave," and all of you, where are you going to go? They don't have a place to go. Al-Albani didn't say that. Don't lie. Don't lie. Don't lie. That's a specific answer for a specific question that didn't exist in Palestine. It still doesn't. As bad as the Jews are, they are not preventing the Palestinians from praying and for their women to cover, like the honorable women they are, to cover. They are not. So people are practicing the religion. I'll give you a hint. All these places of worship that they bombed in Gaza and the West Bank, there were people praying. So you're praying, okay, we'll send you directly to God since you're praying to God. That's what they did. I mean, I'm using the word God as a figure of speech. It's Allah. Anyway, as a figure of speech, because this is what the Westerners, Christians know the Creator by. So where are they going to go? Even if he said that, he didn't say that. He said, you fear for your religion, you make hijrah. But he didn't say, remove all the Palestinians from Palestine and permanently. Well, if you have rubbish here, you speak rubbish. Do you want me to spell rubbish? Garbage.